area rug is a great way to bring pattern, color, style, and texture into any room in your home.
Hi, I'm Keith Powell with Knott's Custom here in Miami, Florida. And a rug certainly comes in handy for multiple reasons. For when kids want to play in a playroom, they don't want to play on a hard floor. And then also it acts as a sound dampening.
We unfold the latest decorative floor coverings, tips, and trends on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. Our show is designed to inspire you with stylish ideas that will enhance the beauty of your home. And one way to do that is with gorgeous custom area rugs. Today we have expert advice on selecting durable area rugs for your home, the benefits of custom-made rugs, the latest in area rug design trends, and so much more. So we're here today at the Jeffrey Michaels showroom, joined by Keith Powell of Knott's Custom. Keith, welcome to SoFlo Home Project.
Hello, Alena. It's great to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you because today's episode is all about area rugs, and what a perfect place to talk about it and to talk a little bit about all the different types, the possibilities of designing with them, and how they really ground any room. It really completes a space.
It's pretty much an essential, I think. As you know, the trend over the past 10 years has been away from carpeting, like wall-to-wall carpeting, and more into porcelain, tile, stone, hardwood flooring. So of course, in a space, you must have something to ground areas together, not only for design, but also for sound and echoing and stuff like that. So we carry lots of different materials. They all serve different purposes. Some are very dog and pet friendly, like our polypropylene and our nylon. Also, these products are hypoallergenic, so if people have allergies, it's great for that.
So when you talk about those types of rugs, here behind us we've got a great display. Which might be that type of carpet, just so we can get a visual example?
Well, just to give you an example, so this is one of our polypropylenes that I know you've used and you love it very much.
I love the look, I love the colors and the feel.
There's no two rugs that are exactly alike. So the threads are woven with several different shades of blue. Now you can feel this, it's soft as wool.
It actually, yeah, it gives the look and the pile of what would be a wool rug.
What would be a wool rug, but this is bulletproof.
Pet friendly, and this is
kid
stain
friendly,
kid friendly, all the above.
All the friendlies.
What other options would be good for homeowners who are looking for something a little bit more maintenance free, a little bit more friendly?
Well, for a slightly more elevated look, like for example, high traffic, like a dining room where it's going to get maybe spills, stains, wine, food, whatever. We also do nylon, which of course, this is a high-low nylon. It's got a,
so you can see all that
pattern, so it has a very, very nice texture to it.
And you mentioned something I like to always kind of share, design terms. So you mentioned that this was a high-low?
Yes,
so
it's where we weave the top part in, like, let's say this is 7 millimeter, and then the low part is 3 millimeters. So it gives this texture.
And depth. So you can mix different types just to get that depth. So that's a very cool look. And so here, nylon, polypropylene, great options for the high traffic.
And then this is another example of nylon, but this is done as a shag.
It's a little softer, yeah.
Yeah, it's very soft.
Very soft.
Yeah, this was actually in a girl's loft for 2 young girls. And it was a very odd shaped room. So we did a custom CAD drawing that shows the rug in the room and shows how it looked. We had the ability to scale it to any size we want in the space that it was allotted for. It's 100% customizable, so it will be absolutely perfect for the space that it's going into.
That's great. Now, Keith, let's talk about a few more materials. So we talked about the stuff that's very durable, but sometimes you want something a little bit more luxe.
So this particular rug is tencel and wool, and it's got these soft bits, which are the tencel, and then the wool, which is most of this part here.
Very soft feel. We are going to keep kind of talking about the colors, the way that you can customize with color and pattern, and we're going to do that when we come back. Coming up next, rug dyeing processes that create colors to die for on SoFlo Home Project. back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to talk about all things custom area rugs with Keith Powell from Knott's Custom. So Keith, before the break, we talked a little bit about some of the different materials used in area rugs and the advantages of those, and then a little bit more about custom and the capabilities. But
Yes.
a big thing about area rugs in general is the construction of the rug. There is such a multitude of different ways that it can be done.
Yes.
Talk to us about the advantage of hand looming and what that brings to the beauty of a rug.
Well, for us, we do 3 types of looming. We do hand loom, we do hand knotted, and we do hand tufted. Plain, solid polypropylene rugs and things like that, they're always hand loomed, and they're
Okay.
done on a loom by hand. And it's a batten that goes and weaves through one yarn thread at a time. Then a
Wow.
tamper comes down and tamps it down.
How
then we
long
weave it back, and it's
Does that take on average?
It's one of the
Depends on the
fastest
size, of course.
processes, yes.
Okay.
Then the next step up from that would be hand tufted. Hand tufted is also done on a loom, but it's punched through an already canvas back, something
So yeah,
similar
looking at the back of the
to-
rug is how you could tell what the construction is,
Yes,
correct?
correct.
So
Because a
let's
rug
flip
that
one of
is
these.
hand tufted has a back like this.
Okay, so that's what
Okay.
it would look like.
Yes.
You see that kind of...
You don't see anything from the front. Like this pattern, this is called umbrellas, and this pattern
cool.
is done. This is 100% wool. Then hand knotted, you have the exact same pattern on the back as you do
so
on
you
the
see
front.
the pattern, like
Yes.
almost just in a different way because the knots are there.
And this one is 100 knots per square inch, which means in every square inch, there is 100
Wow.
knots. Hand knotted, hand loomed, and hand tufted rugs are made by hand. There is a human being doing each one of these rugs.
Wow. Well, Keith, we want to jump into more of the colorful aspects of custom rugs, and we are going to talk about all the capabilities with customizing color. But before we do that, let's check in with our friends from USA Windows and Doors and see what great advice they have for us today. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm John with USA Windows and Doors, and today we are visiting a job site. We're installing new impact windows.
And what I want to pay attention to here is the conditions of the pre-existing window that the homeowner had. As you can see, there is some mold that's growing on here. You can technically see right here, there's water infiltration, which eventually will seep into the drywall, will start bubbling out here, and then that's when you can see it. And another thing is, look at this window. I can't, John, can you help me here?
It doesn't open. Oh.
Yes, it does. I wanted to open the window. As you saw, it was very hard to open, so it's not very functional. But I wanted to point out all the debris that's inside of here, all the mold that's growing inside of there. So this homeowner decided to replace this window that's not functional, it's not good for their home, with a brand new impact window. And what we have here, it's already during the process, the first 2 windows were put in. These are arched windows. And look at the difference. With this window, I have an obstructed view with grids. And with this window, I have a nice clear opening that I can see outside, and I have an unobstructed view.
This is an older home in the Gables, and what we did, we replaced all the rotten wood, all the mold that was in the wall. We replaced everything. There's no more old wood, no rotten wood. Everything is brand new.
So this new window is going to be going into the existing opening. It's all made to size, and it's a impact window that is meeting today's code. Now that is important because a lot of impact windows have been around for a long time, and code has changed over time. It's important that you have a window that meets today's code.
Are you ready to upgrade your windows and doors today? Call USA Windows and Doors.
Or visit us at our website at usawindowsanddoors.com.
So Keith, I love when there's a perfect color match with the rug, the wall coverings, the fabric in a room, and going custom really, as a designer, I know that's the one way to ensure we can get that perfect match for all the materials.
Yes. So you, as the designer, would come to our showroom and you would bring your fabrics, and then we would take your wallpaper and fabric samples, and then we would go to our wool box here. Now, the nice thing is this wool box is universal. So every type of material, any yarn that we use will be dyed to match this exact color.
That's great.
So this one, let's say we pick this
Yeah,
one.
that one's good.
So start with picking like the first two, and then we'll go to like maybe our light ivory, or we'll do a bleached white. And then we have three that goes really well with the fabric that you've selected, and they all go together with the rug. So we would then make you a strike off
Which
that
would look
looks
like
like
this. So you'll get a piece that kind of represents a portion of the rug
Exactly.
in the colors chosen.
And a rendering that shows the entire pattern of the rug.
So this is how we can get an idea of what it's going to feel like, look like, appear like in terms of color to match with all of our materials.
Yes.
The fact that this is a large piece, something that covers a large surface area in your home, having it be made with those types of products really also, I think, speaks to the kind of a healthy home and all of that.
Yes.
Well, Keith, this has been fun, but we have more to talk about when it comes to custom area rugs, and we're going to do that when we come back. Coming up, we show how construction techniques affect the look and feel of your rugs on SoFlo Home Project.
SoFlo Home Project is sponsored in part by Eldorado Furniture. Looking to refresh your home? Visit us online at eldoradofurniture.com or a showroom near you.
So we are here today at Air Around the Clock University, joined by Mike Lang. Mike, welcome to SoFlo Home Project.
Thank you, Elena. Thank you, ABC, for having us.
So what is today's lesson?
Today is indoor air quality that we have here. This product right here is called an air scrubber.
So Mike, talk to me a little bit about what this air scrubber does and where does it get installed on the unit?
Gets installed in your ductwork, and you can see it, and there's a little light you can see, so you know it's working all the time. Everybody knows what's going on today with the Sahara dust and how bad it is. You know, if you have children at home that have sinus problems, upper respiratory problems, they're on inhalers, dogs, cats, this is the kind of stuff that gets into your system. This is the thing that cleans it up. So you know what it looks like on a sunny day and you see all those particles flying around? And what this does, it gets rid of them.
Okay, so next up in helping keep the air clean in the home and good indoor air quality, what is this item?
This is a UV light. And what this does is it keeps your coil clean.
Mike, so when you talk about keeping the coils clean, this will help. I always think about cleaning the coils, the AC is not working as well, so you want to get that done. This will maybe help prolong the life of the AC unit itself?
If you use one of these, you should not have to get your coil cleaned. And you're totally right about that. It's a big job. You're better off sticking with one of these, and it's half the price of a coil clean.
Wow.
So it's well worthwhile.
Great option here. Mike, so the other two products are pretty new to me, but I know that this is a filter, and I do know that you definitely need to upkeep with changing the filters all the time to keep your AC working, right?
Super important.
Every month?
Really, 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 every month. You should change it every month. This is a Mervate filter. The higher the number, the better the filter. This is a really good filter. Real simple to use. We send it to you, to your house in boxes of 6. So once a month, and every 6 months you get a new set.
So once a month keeps the indoor air quality good, especially with this type of filter, and keeps the unit running more efficient.
And your electric bill down. It really does. If you do all these things together, you will save a lot of money on your electric bill, truly. We will give a deal on the 3 together, like we sell it as an indoor quality package is what we sell it as, to keep it reasonable for our customers.
Mike, so Air Around the Clock also offers some great financing options too.
Absolutely. We offer prices for as low as $69 a month for a new unit installed in your home.
Mike, so you've educated us today on a lot of great products that homeowners could add to their AC units to get that clean indoor air quality, as well as just in general, just basic maintenance tips for the AC. So most importantly, if they need help with that or need to replace a unit, how do they reach you at Air Around the Clock?
They can reach us at 888-FIX-MY-AC, or you can reach us at atcair.com for Air Around the Clock.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we're continuing to talk about all things custom area rugs with Keith Powell from Knott's Custom. So Keith, we have shared a lot of different things about the area rugs, a lot of the materials, some of the process, the colors, the way you kind of select and design it. But I thought now would be a great time to cover trends. We always want to know what's the latest, what we're seeing, what some of the hottest things are in terms of color, pattern, even materials when it comes to area rugs. So why don't we take a seat and chat trends? We've got a lot of different things you've laid out here. So where do you want to start?
Well, I would like to start with some of these really cool samples here. Now, we touched on flat weaves,
Yes.
maybe a little bit, but this is a really cool chunky flat weave that we're
Love
doing.
this.
It's really soft, but it also gives such a different look. This is really pretty massive.
Yeah, no, I love the
very
weave.
heavy,
And I
yeah.
think what's cool about it here is the color. I mean, we just saw
Yes.
a lot of options with color, but what a great vibrant color, especially here for South Florida.
I think we can all agree blue
Yeah,
is
blue is the color
the
today.
color, yes. This is a rug that is nylon, so it's very
So this is
really
super
hard.
durable.
Yeah, it's super durable.
I love it. And we talked about green being a big trend.
Green
Huge
is
color
such
trend.
a color trend right now. And lastly, because this is probably my favorite rug I've ever designed, is Bullseye. Now, this is just a cut pile silk rug. And
Okay.
it's very pretty, but it's there's nothing
Yeah,
special
so there's no
about
texture, no raised texture, things like that we've talked about. It's more
Right.
about the pattern and the effect of the almost ombre of colors.
it. Right, but what I wanted to create was something that was even further ombre. So we created the same rug. This is also
Very
Bullseye,
pretty.
very subtle.
Wow.
But it's done in what's called a loop stitch. So it's a very soft transition from circle to circle to circle and color to color to color.
And the thing that I want to also point out in terms of trends, like I love this blush color. We've seen that. I think
Yes.
that's also, I know we might say blush pink might be a color, but I feel like it's actually a really nice neutral
It's a
in a way.
neutral. Yeah, we treat it as a neutral
And
all the
it's
time.
that
Because
perfectly
then when you
soft
put
neutral
it
for a brown.
against colors like that green, I mean, it
Everything
just
pops.
really
Yes.
pops.
Now, I see a geode. I love geodes. I love them in crystals and everything else, but in a rug, how amazing. And the irregular shape.
This is actually a
So pretty.
prototype of the very first geode rug we did. And I don't know why, it's just like I looked at a geode and I thought, why can't I cut the edges? Why do they have to be round?
Everything blends, so it's almost like you do not see the edge at all.
No, it just disappears. That's
Yeah.
what I love about it.
Now, this is giving me such Miami vibes, Miami Beach vibes. I love it. The pink and the, almost like the aqua. It's so pretty.
And it's a mix of cut pile, loop pile, high-low. It's got a lot going on this
Yeah.
rug, so it's very interesting.
So a lot of great things here. I've really, really enjoyed this, but we've got a couple more trends and things to touch on, and we are going to do that when we come back. Next, we have woven together a compilation of area rug design trends on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to talk about all things custom area rugs from the Jeffrey Michaels showroom with Keith Powell of Knott's Custom. So Keith, we got to see a lot. We talked about materials used for some area rugs. We talked about the custom capabilities with color and pattern and size variations. But I want us to kind of jump back to where we started in the beginning. There's a few more materials we hadn't covered yet, and
Yes.
you've got them here.
Yes, I do. So one of the materials that I'm in love with, I use it in my own personal home, and I think maybe because this is such a natural look, what we've done is we've taken hemp, but we bleach it. So you can see the color. It doesn't look anything like traditional hemp,
No,
which is
not at
very
all.
brown, and it's very hard. And as you can see, this is quite soft.
Oh, it definitely. So what's so interesting when you say that? Because when you say hemp, I'm thinking it is going to be a harder, kind of rougher surface, and this is super smooth.
Yes.
So with this particular fiber, is it best to be used in any specific area? Do you not want it in high traffic? Just to kind of educate our viewers on when to use the right materials, because that's really what it's all about.
You cannot get this wet.
Okay.
You cannot spill on this, or it's done.
So as we talked about different materials, if you might be
Yes.
spilling on your area rugs,
This is not the rug for you.
Polypropylene and nylon, right? Not the hemp.
This is actually linen. This is
Wow,
100% linen, and it's
It's a
very
nice hand.
soft.
Yes, super
We've
soft as well.
shown it here in gray, but we also do it in bleached white and ivory. This would be for a single couple who has no kids or animals.
So linen and hemp are those specialty
Yes.
materials that it's more of a luxe. It's a beautiful look, but it gives you that soft
it
organic
gives you
feel.
such a luxe look, but again, in a less formal way.
So Keith, this has been a lot of fun. We have learned so much. We've seen
Thank you.
so many beautiful area rug options and learned about the capabilities of custom. I mean, thank you so much, Keith. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And now let's take a look at what design inspiration we have for you next week on SoFlo Home Project. We look at the beauty and versatility of laminated glass. We have expert advice on creating dramatic impact to any space in your home with beautiful, reflective surfaces. So I just want to thank you all for joining us this week, and we hope to see you again next week for another all-new episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at sofloshows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.